Hi, everybody. Welcome to Queers and Soaps. I'm Tommy, and today I'm joined by Derek.
Hello.
Today we are talking about Sarah Michelle Gellar's run on All My Children. I believe the scenes we're discussing today are August 19th to September 10th. So I'll roll the credits and we'll get right into it. All right, so I didn't realize that we were on August 19th, so I rewatched August 16th.
I think I did too, actually, just for fun.
So yeah, it was basically Kendall's fantasy.
Yeah.
About Dimitri, her first fantasy.
Mhm.
Um, but August 19th was the crypt.
Mhm.
So, was it always Kendall's plan to get her in the crypt?
I think it was just spur of the moment, but yeah. I think
I liked so I liked when she like convinced um Bianca that the reason why Dimitri and Erica fight so much is because of her. That
Yes.
she was like, I'm running away and I'm going someplace no one will find me. That she just kind of sat down and was like, all right. Like she wasn't even gonna chase it.
Where she's like, "Whatever." Well, she
Which
was like she called her name, like, pretending she was gonna chase her, but no, she didn't. She just walked away.
oh my god, Bianca, don't go. Which it kind of contradicts, I feel like a little bit, because she seemed genuinely worried when Bianca ran away the first time.
Yeah.
Well, not when when she was on the bus.
Mhm.
Even though that was her plan, I guess she was concerned that she might get hurt. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe she was just more concerned that she was going to get caught for putting that
That's
idea in her
probably
head.
it.
Yeah, because she did confess to it to kind of cover her tracks.
Yeah.
um, so after she like spooked Bianca about the crypt, saying that like Dimitri's parents and grandparents are in there,
Mhm.
um, Bianca kind of doubled back, I guess, and hid inside the crypt.
Mm.
Everybody's freaking out. I did not recognize Maria. She's so
Oh,
young
yeah.
looking. At first, I was like, "Who is that?" And then when they got closer, I was like, "Oh, that's Maria."
Yeah, but also she took her Kendall took Bianca to the hunting lodge where they overheard Dimitri and Erica fighting, and they were fighting about her obsession with Bianca, and then that's when Bianca got the idea in her head that she was,
Right,
um, the cause of their problems, and then they went back to the area of the crypt where, and then she kind of puts it further in her head, and she said she's running away.
right. Um, when Mona comes over,
Mhm.
I chuckled when she was like, "She's high strung like you, Eric."
Yes.
um, so I guess they end up finding her.
Mhm.
After she has some weird nightmarish fantasy about like the crypt, like the coffin's coming open and
Coming
like
out, yeah. Yeah, that was fun.
they find her off screen, but we see her
Mhm.
back at the house. And
So
I guess
they found her because, Kendall gave him a little tip, I think, that about the crypt, and, Edmund and Maria said they saw her by there early.
right.
Yeah.
So when Dimitri and Kendall were looking for her
Mhm.
by the crypt, I can't remember. Did Kendall hear her screaming for help and
Yes, and
she just kept running?
she just kept walking away, and she's like, "Let's try the stables."
Yeah. Nope, not here.
She wanted her to suffer in that crypt.
um, so I guess Erica convinced Travis to let Bianca stay for a week.
Yeah.
But there's some event, some wine tasting event that Dimitri and Erica were supposed to go to. And Erica
Mhm.
doesn't want to go because she doesn't want to leave Bianca. She's afraid she'll get into more trouble.
Mhm.
But Dimitri's like adamant about it.
Mhm.
And Erica says, "Why don't you say Kendall?" And I'm like, "Way to push the other woman onto your husband."
Yep.
She doesn't even realize it. Um,
Mhm.
so Kendall, plays the whole, "Oh no, I couldn't," and she's like, "Don't be silly. I'll like help you find a dress and you'll go."
Mhm.
So I guess she styles her, and her and Dimitri go on their little wine tasting date.
Mhm.
Um, I wish there were full episodes because I wanted to know what was going on at this event. There seemed like there was a lot of revelations and drama happening.
Mhm.
Also, like, I don't even know, like, how Erica came to the conclusion that she was gonna go anyway, because she ended up showing up to surprise Dimitri.
Right, we don't know.
W she says
I
that,
think she was talking to Opal, and I think Opal convinced her to come.
okay. We
Yeah.
find out that Bianca's, like, playing poker with Maggie.
Yeah.
And Erica says that, Bianca's probably taking her for all she's worth. But, like, yeah, there was some, like, revelation with Tad. I don't know what was going on
It was
there.
oh, I know what it was. So they were the reason why they were there was because of the vineyard that, Ted Orsini, Tad's lookalike, owns,
Oh,
and that's why they were there for a wine tasting because he owns a vineyard in Napa Valley in California because that he inherited from his mother,
okay,
and there was some drama between him and Tad,
okay,
because they look, they're what do they call it? Doppelganger. He's his doppelganger. So yeah, they were. I forget what it was, but that's something like there was something about that.
Are they both in town and aware of each other, or is it
Yes,
like Tad
yes.
wasn't in town and he was pretending to be Tad?
No, Ted recently came to Pine Valley and they found him, and he was in the hospital with Dixie for a while.
Okay,
Yeah, and Dixie kind of is like it weirdly likes him because she looks like Tad. It's just, but Tad's married to Brooke.
right. That's kind of messed up that they were like Tad and Ted. Like you couldn't find a different name for him.
Yeah, it was weird.
um, yeah, it was good to see Dixie with red hair. I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna see her on Beyond the Gates, and she has red hair again. Only it's
Um,
longer now. I almost wonder if it's a wig, but maybe
mhm,
not because I think she posted on Instagram that she had just got it colored. So,
mhm,
but anyway, so yeah, I was very interested in that, and I was like, oh, I wish we had full episodes.
mhm.
Um, so now Kendall's all like in her feelings because Erica's there stealing her man from her. And there's this younger guy that's trying to dance with Kendall, and she's totally like blowing him off.
I know. I was like, "What's wrong with you?" Because
She's like staring Dimitri down, and he's like, "Do you want to dance?" And she's like, "Nah, get lost." But then I guess she gets lost in her fantasy because Dimitri's like right in front of her, and he's like, "Kendall," and she's like, "Oh, hi." um, so back at home, she's like pouting about how I guess her night was ruined because of Erica, and um was this when she runs into Antoine, or was the videotape happen first? Like,
I
when she
think
was watching the movies of her father?
that was at the end. She ran into Anton first.
Okay, so she ran into Antoine, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know, like, this is when he came on." I
Mhm.
only know about him because he guest starred on Buffy as Dracula.
I was gonna
And
mention that, yeah. And did you catch the crazy reference that was weird before leaving the show? She's like, "I wanna stab you right through the heart with the rake." I laughed so hard. And his first scene, because he was Dracula and she was Buffy later, it was so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember them reffing, like, all the articles saying that they had worked together on All My Children,
Yeah,
and I've seen some of the photo shoots with them. I assume they become a couple.
they do.
I've never
Mhm.
actually seen him on screen on All My Children.
Yeah.
Did he stay longer than her? Or did he, like
I think he stayed a year later than she did.
okay.
Uh, yeah.
And he is the son of somebody that worked for
He's Corvina's son, who is, Dimitri's housekeeper in Hungary,
okay.
who we will meet in, I think, 95, I believe we meet her.
Dimitri mentioned that he's in medical school?
Yes. Mhm.
Does he actually become a doctor on the show?
I don't remember. He might.
I feel like the show is constantly trying to remind us that Kendall is in her 20s whenever she grabs a drink.
Mhm.
She's always like, "I'm not that young," or like, "You
But
forget."
Sarah Michelle Gellar is actually 17, and we
Right?
know it.
And she's, like, pouring a nightcap. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm not that young." And I'm like, "Meanwhile, you're aging Erica by making her older."
Right, and then later they de-age both of them, so it's funny.
Oh, really?
Well, Alicia Minshew plays the role
Oh.
because they had to make Kendall older or no, they made Kendall younger than because Susan Lucci was starting to age, and so they made Erica younger and Kendall younger too.
Oh my god. Um, so yeah, Kendall and Antoine aren't getting off on the right foot right away. She's kinda, like, thinks he's creepy. I guess he's gonna be staying at the
And
house?
Wildland, yeah.
Um, so later, so Dimitri and Erica go on their honeymoon finally
Mhm.
with Bianca.
Yeah,
To Paris, I think?
yeah, and that's when Susan Lucci was on her vacation. It was like a week or so because there was
Yeah,
a
because
gap.
that was, like, September 1st, and then it was, like, September
Yeah,
10th, and I was like, "Oh, they're back already?"
yeah,
But they said Erica was in Seattle with Bianca, so I guess
mhm,
she got a little more time off. And Dimitri had to come back to town for some business. But he
mhm,
comes home and finds, Kendall watching old movies that her father was in,
yes, mhm,
and he says, "You know, don't you?" Meaning that who her father is.
mhm,
Um,
mhm,
and once again, she says, "Oh, Erica never told you. Doesn't surprise me. She always tries to, like, sweep
mhm,
everything under the rug like it never happened."
mhm,
Um, but he doesn't want her to tell her
mhm,
that she has these tapes. Um, I guess she decides that she wants to track her father down and see if he's alive.
mhm,
And because she knows that's gonna ruffle Erica's feathers, she's gonna move out.
mhm,
Um, I think this is all just a ploy to play on Dimitri's emotions, so he could be like, "No, don't move out. It's
mhm.
we want you
Yeah,
to stay."
yeah,
But Dimitri actually says that he's gonna help her.
mhm. Find Richard Fields, yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's I
that's
don't
not gonna be
know.
good for his marriage.
No. Yeah,
Why would he wanna find a rapist? That's what I
right.
yeah,
I mean, I don't know if, like, there's a statute of limitations if he could still be charged,
I don't think so.
since they're trying to say that Kendall's, like, 40 now.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I don't know about that. I wasn't sure if the movie she was watching with the little girl singing
mhm,
was an actual movie, because at first I didn't, like, realize that that was supposed to be her father.
mhm.
Um, so I was like, "Oh, what movie is this?" I was like, "But the little girl looked more
She looks
modern."
familiar.
She looked modern. So I was like,
Mhm,
"Mm." And then I wasn't sure if Sarah Michelle Gellar was gonna sing along because I know she wasn't really thrilled about having to sing on Buffy.
mhm,
But she just kinda mouthed along the lyric.
mhm. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, did I miss anything?
What I can think of is that when they were looking for Bianca, um, they were searching wild when and Laurel came in and when Maria and Evan were there and Dimitri and Trevor were there and Laurel was concerned because she was afraid they were going to find the body. Uh,
Oh, right, I forgot about the body that her and Jack buried.
yeah, and there was like a flashback of them burying the body. It was at the mine shaft where Janet put Natalie in the well. So a little
So,
reference there.
for some reason, my brain cannot retain that this is Laurel. Every
Yeah,
time you think I'm on screen, I'm like, "Who is this?" And then I was like, "Is this Janet?" 'Cause I was, like, trying to think about what you guys have watched.
Janet's not on canvas right now.
Or,
Yeah, yeah,
Natalie, like
yeah. So yeah, Trevor's like, yeah, we'll look. Let's go look for Bianca around the mine shaft where you found Nat. That's the
Right.
yeah. So they find the body, which we didn't see because it wasn't in Kendall's story. I didn't remember how they found the body. I thought Bianca or Kendall found the body, but I guess not.
Okay.
But they found the body, and yeah, and then I was there another development with that? I forget. I think there might have been. Uh,
I not that I noticed.
yeah, it was hard. I think they realized they figured out it was. Oh, yes, there was because Charlie and Haley were involved as well, and they mentioned that that Laura was with her ex husband like right before, like they before you know they were spotted on Wild, and Kendall was like, "Yeah, I saw them at Wild Wind that night."
Yeah. There was
Yeah.
a funny cut in the edit,
Mhm.
at the wine tasting. Somebody I
Mhm.
think somebody said somebody had died, and then it cut, and people were, like, clapping. I was like, "Okay."
They definitely got something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think they were honoring Ted's mother who passed away, and I think that's what it was.
Yeah, but I guess his speech got, like, cut
Right.
in
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
edit, and it just, like, went to them clapping, and I was like, "I know that that's not why they're clapping, but it was just funny how it happened."
Right.
And I was like that's why I was very interested to find out, like, what this was. Um, I do have to say I am enjoying Dimitri and, Erica's chemistry.
Mhm.
I do like them as a couple.
Mhm.
I kinda always just went with the Erica and Jack 'cause anytime I would kinda peek at it, they were a couple or they were, like,
Mhm.
flirting with the idea of getting back together, so, like, I was like, "Oh, they must be the couple." But I think I'm team Dimitri and Erica.
I like Ruth and Erica too. I like her with Jack too. I like both of them with her.
I did recognize the cop.
Oh, Taylor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Isn't he in
Yeah,
the episodes that you're watching for Janet?
she is, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's Taylor Roxbury Cannon. She is, she thinks she's Lucas's daughter, I believe, but I don't we have never seen Lucas, so
Um, so yeah, I guess what's coming up is Erica not Erica, Kendall finding her father,
mhm.
which now we're in September, so that'll probably be a November sweeps thing.
Mhm.
Um, I can't believe we're already in September. So we've watched 6 months worth of her first run so far.
Mhm.
Um, like we said before, this is probably gonna be the thing that makes her unwelcome at Mona's funeral in '94. Or one of the things, as you said.
I won't go down the list, but
I did kinda laugh because I know it was ingenuine when she hugged Bianca and was like, "I'm so glad you're okay." I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure you are."
I can't wait for you to see, like, when we get to, like, February of '94, I think you're gonna be, like, completely hooked and be like, "Oh my god, we need full episodes now."
Really?
Yeah.
Was there anything else you wanted to mention before we go?
Um, just the Laurel and the body stuff, that was kinda what I wanted to mention, and I love the Buffy, like, early Buffy reference it did because it's really funny because Buffy had never even happened yet, and it's funny because he played Dracula in season 5, episode
Mhm.
1 of Buffy, so it's
Yeah. Um, yeah, I was, like, counting the years. I was like, "Oh," I think it was because that was 2000, I believe.
Mhm,
So I was
yeah.
like, "Oh, wow, 7 years later, they'd be, which isn't really a long time.
No, it's a shame he was only in 1 episode, they should have brought him back because
I know.
I loved, like, him and Sarah on screen together, it was fun.
But to think that that was only 7 years later, I just feel like she consistently worked. She did Swans, and then she did this, and then she
Mhm,
did movies and
Buffy.
TV movies and Buffy, and I Know
Mhm,
What You Did Last Summer, and Cruel Intentions, and then
mhm, everything, yeah.
that's why, like, I hate that, like, I feel like her career not that it fizzled out, but I just feel like she should have been bigger than she was. Like, her trajectory, she was, like, consistently working, and then I just feel like she wasn't. And maybe she wanted to be a mom full time.
That's what it was, she wanted to be a mom.
Yeah.
She didn't wanna work while her kids were growing up, and I think now that they're high school age, she's, like,
Yeah, I
going
feel like she's back. I feel like she's
yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
She's doing, like, the Dexter prequel. She did
Yeah,
Teen Wolf
yeah.
spinoff.
I didn't like
Um,
it, but I like her, but I
I
didn't
watched a few episodes. I was like,
yeah, yeah, I wasn't into it.
Yeah, I'm not really into werewolves either. I'm mostly a
Mhm. Yeah,
um, and hopefully, fingers crossed, the Buffy reboot happens.
that'd be fun. But she's only gonna be recurring, correct? She's not gonna be in it full time.
Yeah, but I feel I feel like she'll be in it more than not because she's, like, behind the production of it.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, the way it ended, anybody could be the Slayer.
that's true.
But spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't watched Buffy, sorry. But alright, if you don't have anything else to add, I guess we can wrap it up.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us for another edition of SMG on AMC. We'll be back soon with some more clips discussion. And until then, you can find us on all the socials at Queers and Soaps. Until next time, have a great day.
Good
Bye.
night.